Cape Town, get ready. You're about to get a full dose of laughter therapy, and we need it. As one of South Africa's most beloved comedians and human beings returns to the stage with his latest one-man show, Funny Side Up. Kurt Schoonraad is here, and he is delivering sharp-witted reflections on everyday chaos amid, I think, aging, obviously, because we all are, sadly, pop culture, the subtle madness of modern life, and it has gone completely crazy. And, of course, all with that unmistakable Schoonraad spin and gloss and shine.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, we are thrilled to welcome Kurt back in studio, fresh from writing rooms, traffic jams, and supermarket queues. Let's give him a feel-good welcome! Yes!
We're not funny, but we can hype, okay?
Wait, Graham, you're funny looking, bro, which is a good
Exactly.
start.
I know, as soon as the band arrived, bro, I got changed, bro. I was like, I can do it.
I was about to say, you look like the front man for the funk band.
Well, exactly.
You know?
If comedy was my plan A, music's my plan B, dude. Buddy, how are you, my friend? Always good to see you come out and have a show.
Well, thank you for having me, and I am so excited. New material, new buzz. The whole world has changed since the last show. Things like politics I've never tackled before, but this time it's almost impossible not to. You know?
Exactly.
I'm going to be trying that.
You pushed me over the edge on the political front. Can I say Trump?
Of course you can say Trump. You can say, of course. He's made some fantastic statements that is fantastic, fertile ground for a comedian to grab hold of. It's almost impossible not to say something.
I'm picturing Kurt watching that and being like, after Trump just mentioned something, he's like, babes, hold my beer. I've got to get back in the game.
That's like, hold on a second here.
I got this.
I'm getting my moleskin. Hang on.
Well, let's talk about the new show. Obviously, new material, and I love the perspective of comedians when it comes to looking at our country, because you have this wit, you have this cunning and this perspective that's so unique. But I believe there's a bit more of a maturity to the show this time around.
Well, just right off the bat, stand-up comedy is literally just holding a mirror up to society and go, check what you do.
Look how ridiculous you are.
What you do and how you do it. And we've taken on a whole new bunch of things. Like, you know, I've been doing this corporate stuff for such a long time, corporate comedy and the likes of. And that felt like, it was fantastic and I still enjoy it, but that felt like comedy side down.
Yeah.
So this one, I want to flip it up. You know, I was at a braai not too long ago, and my friend said, why is that not on stage?
Exactly.
Because I was telling him about my dad. He's like, why is that not on stage? And I mean, that's a good point. Let's take the personal stuff, put a bit of a stand-up swing to it, and put it on stage. And that's how Funny Side Up was born.
I love that, dude. Can I ask you to go back? Because I sense a bit of a full circle moment here. And we talk about aging gracefully. 22 years ago, I believe you were on a Baxter stage, maybe for the first time, with a show called Punchline.
Indeed. It is at full circle. It's in exactly the same stage.
Wow.
It's at the studio at the Baxter.
Oh, my
and it was
word.
my very first one-man show. So now I'm coming back 22 years later with a completely different, slightly more matured, of course. Slightly, I said slightly.
I was about to say, dude, I think our maturity level is capped at a particular point. We have a governor.
You know, my biggest concern is does my poop size compare to what it did 22 years ago? I ticked most of that box, and I'm very happy with that. Yeah. What's very special about the show as well, it's the first time I've done it. I'm not sure if it's happened anywhere else in the country before, but I've been part of the deaf community for a long time. I've been doing gigs with them for ages. So we're going to have an interpreter on
No ways.
the last matinee of the show run. That's the 17th.
Yeah.
So we're inviting all of the deaf community in, and we're going to have a guy on stage with me to be like, in fact, what we're thinking of doing is getting the guy that did Madiba's funeral.
I was going to ask. there is an opportunity here, but tread lightly, I suppose, would be the words.
It's a comedy show, so the first 5 minutes, I want the deaf community to go, what? Really? The same guy. No, I'm just teasing.
No, I love you for that. I absolutely love you for doing that. It's brilliant, man.
Yeah, but I want to get into like more the nitty-gritties of it, because it's not often that we get to find out about like the process, like what makes you tick. We see the front end, we get to laugh, but what makes you tick? Like what makes you think that, hey, this is worthy of being on stage, or nah, let me shelf this one rather? Because I'm sure you got a couple people keeping you grounded and humble.
No,
like a wife.
My missus does that. My missus does that. She's a German national, and every time I'm trying something new, and she goes, so that's not funny. I got to work on that.
I'll work on it.
That one, she's not
Sorry,
funny.
that's universal, but that's not just a comedian's wife, okay?
No. True story. So a lot of it is a trial and error thing. Sometimes I might write a piece of material and I go, oh, this is gonna slap so
kill,
badly.
yeah.
And when I deliver it, there's just crickets. There's
It doesn't land.
And I'm like, okay, back to the drawing board with that one. But we tested out at comedy clubs before. We put on, or we take the whole show and put it in one piece. So we cheat a little bit. You know?
I also get a sense from you, you pour a lot back into the structures around you and bringing up the rest of this amazing comedic fraternity that we have. And it's a big thing, and you should wear that cap proudly, because we rely on a very small group of our senior statesmen, I'm sorry, I had to say it, dude, for like the third time today, to do just that. But you've also got to look after yourself and process life yourself. How good does it feel for you to be on stage?
You hit the nail right on the head. You know, with a comedy club and starting that and creating structures for stand-up comedy, or helping with it, I took a lot of my own career and put it on the back seat with that. So I find like I feel like I'm taking charge of it again, my own stuff, my own career. And so I'm really looking forward to hitting the stage with brand new stuff. And
I'm feeling a little bit emotional hearing you talk right now. This is a special thing, man. I'm going to come to your show and just cry for like 2 hours,
Please,
dude.
Brett. And you know what? With any luck, we'll have you cry, but in the right way.
So this is exciting. Kurt Schoonraad's back in the driver's seat. He's traded in the Golf for the Ferrari.
Bro, I'm also a big petrol head.
Are you?
Oh, big time.
Okay.
Big time. So, I mean, that I don't know, eh? That analogy we need to talk about backstage.
We shall.
Well, we've seen you going slowly all over the place. We can maybe see you going fast all over the place, because
I'm still going slowly.
But he's going somewhere now. Not nowhere. He's going somewhere.
My daily drive is still a 50 Chevy, bro. I'm still going slowly. I'm still going slowly.
Just balancing out the universe.
Before we get too caught up, let's just plug Mzansi in on the details for the show before we forget, because that is happening. Where do we get tickets? When's it happening and where?
It's happening from the 12th to the 17th of May at the Baxter. And you can get the tickets on web tickets. And remember, the matinee of the 17th is the show for the deaf.
Absolutely brilliant
The inclusive show.
The inclusive, and it does matter. I mean, that's an algorithm we see play out daily here. You are going to discover a deaf comedian through this process once you open that.
Oh, cool.
There
Would
already
that be
is one or two.
Yeah,
Really?
no, completely. And they need
Amazing.
that platform, man. Oh, we love you, buddy.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thanks
much
for having us.
for pouring so much back into what he does. But I think ultimately we just want to see him on a stage. You heard the man, head down, feet up. That's just kind of how he rolls. Funny Side Up runs from the 12th to the 17th of May at the Baxter Theatre, where it all began for this genius. Tickets already flying, so please don't miss out. They might go before the end of the show. So just get on it, and you can book at web tickets. You can get your plug-in. Buddy, we love you guys.
Yeah,
Thanks
we love
for
you so
having
much.
us, guys.
But look here, we love you so much, brother. We're going to keep you here. We're going to do some quick fire questions with this man and find out more about him. See how he handles pressure. He's good on the stage with a mic in his hand, but let's take the mic away and see if he's still got the power. And then we're going to wrap up our culinary hotline bring. Yes, Jared is still standing by. The patisserie king is going to be delivering us nothing but the good stuff. We'll see you soon.
Only you can make